Hi, my name's Elliot Insland, and I'm going to be pitching at home training services, which is essentially a company that will send a professional dog trainer to your home to train your dog, either while you're there or while you're at work. So, this way you can do it either if you're busy or if you want to be more involved and take part in your dog's training journey. You can do either one. We're going to focus on two different segments, either general obedience for just your average family pet that lives at home, either inside or outside, and needs obedience training. The second segment is going to be specialty hunting dog training for either retrievers or pointing breeds, where the owner has a hunting companion that they expect to work well in the field with them, as well as have obedience in the home. The main focus of this, compared to traditional training services, is that it takes place in the comfort of your dog's natural environment, at their house where they are going to be living. That way the training is better retained. We plan to start small in North Carolina, first in Wilmington, and then expanding to Raleigh and Charlotte. That way we can kind of gauge the customer, how they like the business and how well they respond to the services we're providing. Hopefully, we plan to expand into 3 to 6 more states around the Southeast within the first 5 years of business, depending on how well the first 3 cities go and how scalable we find the business to be. And then hopefully our target is to reach the West Coast within the first 10 years of business. As far as competitors go, there aren't any true competitors. Nobody else offers in-home dog training like this. The major competitors in the market right now are what's called board and train programs, where you send your dog off to a professional trainer at their facility for anywhere from 3 to 5 months, and they train the dog. You might be able to go see the dog along the way once a month or something like that, but you might not. So you don't really know how it's going or how your dog's being treated or what kind of conditions they're being in. Another competitor are professional training seminars, where it's like a class. You go to the class with your dog, and there's other owners with their dogs there, and usually one trainer who kind of directs everybody to do, basic obedience and stuff. These are great, but they're not great for people that work a lot and can't go to the classes when they're held. So at-home training solutions will benefit these customers that are too busy, because we can come train your dog at your house while you're at work or doing other things you have to do. The only kind of training we're not going to offer will be like law enforcement dog training for police dogs, or TSA, like drug sniffing dogs and that sort. None of that. As far as laws pertaining to professional dog training, there aren't any specific ones that regulate or guide professional dog training. The only laws are, general animal abuse laws. For this, we're going to do background checks on all of our professional trainers and vet them and ensure that there's not any abuse or harm to any dogs during our training. For the income streams, the plan is to have a monthly subscription program for training, where you can book a month of training for a certain price, and that will include 4 weeks, which is 5 days a week, 5 sessions a week, 5 1-hour sessions, either while you're there or while you're at work or away. The trainer will come to your house and either work with you or just with your dog 5 times a week for an hour each time. And then we plan to have 3 and 5 month subscription plans, which will be at a discounted monthly rate. The services we're offering are going to be better than the traditional training methods, as opposed to the board and train methods. A lot of pet owners would love to have their dogs professionally trained but they simply don't want to be without their dogs for multiple months without knowing how they're doing or how they're progressing, and just not wanting to be away from them at all. They want to keep their dogs at home with them because they're attached to them. So for busy people that work a lot, they'll want to be with their dogs. The training seminars are great, but if you're at work and can't go to a training seminar, they're not going to benefit you very much. Or if you only can make once a month, it's not really their dogs aren't going to retain a whole lot of training at that low rate. So the at-home training services are going to be a lot better. They can come while you're at work, train your dog every day, and your dog's going to retain a lot more simply because they're in their home and they're not going to have to adapt to a new environment or readapt when they come back home, as they would with like a board and train program. The two segments are general obedience and specialty hunting. These are usually two different customers. The general obedience is just going to be a family companion, house dog that doesn't serve any working purpose, whereas the hunting dogs are typically family pets, as well as the owner is an outdoor enthusiast, likes to either waterfowl hunt with a retriever like a Labrador retriever, or upland hunt with one of the pointing breeds such as a short-haired pointer or wire-haired pointer or another versatile breed. For the general obedience training, we likely advertise in, pet supply stores such as Petco and PetSmart, local to our training areas. And then for the specialty hunting training, we would be involved with Ducks Unlimited at their banquets and advertise there, and likely be there in person to share our philosophy and our program with the people there. And also at NAVD events, which is the North American Versatile Hunting Dog Association. And we would just be at these events and showcase our training philosophy, just so we can ensure that the hunting community knows that we, understand their needs as well. As far as customer relations go, we are going to be big with customer relations. Obviously, having trainers go into somebody's home, especially if they're not there, they're going to want to have a good relationship with the customer so that the customer feels comfortable letting them in their home to train their dog. A lot of people treat their dogs like family. They expect if someone's going to come train their dog, they want to be comfortable with that person. That's basically all I have. Thanks for watching, and I hope that answered all of your questions about at-home training services.